I will start just a few words to pick up on what Mr. Rubin said earlier this morning, quoting President Clinton. Africa is one continent, indeed it is, but it must not be viewed as one unit. How true that is. It should be really viewed on a country-by-country basis, on a region-by-region basis, because whilst it is one continent, each country represents a specific market with different dynamics and the rest of it. Well, essentially, we are very much like Eco Capital. We are owned by Egypt's largest private sector bank, market cap of about $4 billion. And the idea is within the CI group, which has now become the largest financial services group on the Egyptian market, is what we're saying really is we're offering the total financial solution from credit cards to IPOs and everything in between. CI Capital itself is offering the classic lines of business. Brokerage, we are ranked in the top 3 brokerage companies in the market out of 150. Asset management, with about 11 billion pounds of AUMs, again, probably second or third. The third line of business is the investment banking, corporate finance, IPOs, and such like, where we were elected the best investment bank in Egypt by the stock exchange last year. And all of those are backed by award-winning research team, Mark here sitting right there, with about 22 research analysts covering all of corporate Egypt, database of about 100 companies or so, expanding to cover more companies in the MENA region and North Africa. So in many ways, very similar to what my colleague just said. But another point of similarity, the value proposition that we are offering to our partners is based on the local knowledge and depth of that local knowledge. Our job as investment bankers is to create real value to the real economy of the country and to contribute to the progress and development of our GDP, our economic and social well-being. Now, to do so, we go out and we reach out to investors in Asia, as we have been doing in the last 2 years, of course, in the West and in the Gulf and so on. And essentially what we're doing is we are selling the Egypt story. Very much why Africa, why Egypt. We're highlighting the dynamics, the drivers, what is it that makes Egypt an attractive investment opportunity, a sustainable one. And at the end of it, we're saying very much what was said before, you need a local guide to safely navigate the terrain. And that is exactly what we're doing. And that's why I was saying, I think we need to talk about an alliance afterwards. But in doing so, we also enter into alliances, strategic alliances in markets where we think there's going to be a dual flow. Because same way as we feel a foreign investor needs a local guide to show him around, when we come to take any of our clients cross-border, we need to be secure in the knowledge that we are in the hands of a trusted partner. Unfortunately, you cannot invest directly in CI Capital because, as I said, we are wholly owned by the parent bank, CIB. But again, CIB itself is one of the most attractive and most liquid Egyptian stocks with about over 90% free float and a very active stock on the GDR instrument in London and as well in New York. So here we are, your gateway to Africa. Thank you.
Doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.